Hello,
Hi,
everyone.
everybody.
Nice to see you. Welcome to Heart Centered Tarot. And as always, my name is Marina, and I will be your host for this portion of the journey, or I will be your guide for this portion of the journey. Welcome. This is Sisters of the Mystical Tarot. Let me turn that down. And yeah, for those of you who have watched us before, you see we're a smaller group. We've got a couple members um, who are not able to join us today. So, hopefully, yeah, everything goes well with them. And Sharon is dealing with a friend in crisis. Um, Allie is not feeling good, so we send them lots of healing and lots of good energy and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, let me introduce you to the sisters that are here. I have Val Dragonfly Crystals. I have Allison from Aries Girl Tarot. And then this way, I have Sherry,
Hi
Voices from.
there.
Hello. Hello, my lovely ladies.
Hello.
How's everyone?
Good.
I'm here.
I'm the only one who's good.
It was debatable
I'm
this
good
morning.
too.
Perfect. Um, LNG, we don't normally take questions from the chat, but in this case, do you have an Akashic record reader you can recommend? Yes, absolutely. This one right here. Right here.
Yep, just above me.
Okay. Yeah. You get in touch with Dragonfly Crystals, and Val will take care of you. By the way, I have information in the description of the video below. Okay, and I have everybody's channels on there. So if you want to know how to get in touch with Val, with Allison, with Sherry, Allie, Sharon, it's all down below.
Right.
So absolutely. And I want to say hello to a few people before I forget. We have got Watcher 9997. Hello. We've got Pieta. Janet C is here. Emerald Buddha. Who else? Mother's Tarot. Hello, Jules Niner. Nice to see you. Amanda Carroll. Hello, Amanda Carroll. Ellen G. Janet C. Did I say Jules Niner? If I didn't,
You
Jules
good
Niner
now?
is the Bella. And hope I didn't miss anyone. Sweet Angel Tarot. Da, da, da. Queen Ager Sin. Patricia Tyree. So welcome everyone. We are simulcasting to all four channels. So what that means is whose ever channel you're on, you're going to see the chat that is in their particular stream. Okay, we can see everybody's chat. So if we're talking about something and you don't understand what it is that we're talking about, we're probably answering or talking to somebody that's in somebody else's chat. So there. So
Janet C. used to be Bora Bora.
Laura, yeah.
I keep forgetting that until she reminds us.
Yeah. So we've already got our questions. Thank you so much for submitting them beforehand. It makes it so much easier for us when we know how many questions we have, and then we know approximately how much time we can take in reading about them and so on. So I appreciate that. But in the meantime, our topic for today is basically, how do you define a true friend? What characteristics does a true friend for you have? Um, how would you describe them? What is it that maybe that they bring to your life or whatnot? But what would make you call someone a friend, a good friend? So, Val, you want to start us off?
Sure. For me, I've had maybe two or three really good friends in a lifetime. But these friends, even though they seem to be there for a certain period of time, even though in my heart they're still my dear friend. And I think I would pick up right where I left off. But I really feel like that kind of connection comes from your soul group, because usually it's because they have some job, some task agreement with you, and you are task mates with something. It could be spiritual work, it could be healing work, travel, it could be all kinds of different things you hit on, and you are totally mind melded together on it. You can call them at midnight and they'll pick up the phone and you'll talk intimately about whatever it is that's going on in your life, how you're feeling, and they will listen to you, and you will never get judged. You will always have some encouraging thing, or they'll expand on what you said and say, yes, that I feel the same way. This happened to me. It's like a relationship that makes you more.
Yeah.
So you grow and evolve from that task mate relationship. And they're there till someone shifts energies or something comes along and things shift. But you never lose that heart connection and that love for them. Absolutely, 100%. And you know, inside your soul, inside your heart, they will never, uh, they will always be there for you in truth. You will never be, you know, you don't ever have to worry about that relationship. It's solid. They
Exactly.
have your back no matter what. So um, that's when you're lucky enough to have that, it's like having the sister you never had,
Hmm.
even closer.
Yeah.
Because your sister can get a little competitive with you for
Yeah.
some things, but this person is just like you're like mirroring each other. It's beautiful and powerful. And I would say it is so enriching that that person means so much to you. That's why it never fades, your love and connection with them. That's
Yeah.
my feeling.
Absolutely. How about you, Sherry?
Well, I would have to say everything Val said. And I mean, somebody that you feel like you can trust, no matter what you tell them, you can trust that they're not going to disown you, I guess is a good
Mm,
word to put, or judge you. I mean, they may jump down your throat and say, "What the heck were you thinking?" and knock some sense into you, but it's all out of love. I mean,
yeah.
I had a couple of friends like that back in high school, and we still keep in touch, but the friendship is not on that level anymore. It's just too many years apart and too many differences as we grew apart. Um, for 20 something years, my husband was my best friend. I literally could tell him anything. And my mom was my best friend after I grew up and became an adult. And so I have a few budding friendships that I'm from people I've met here in the community that I'm slowly getting to know on a deeper level than just buddies that read together.
Yeah.
We sit and share text and share, opinions and laugh over the silly things and that kind of stuff. To me, it was always just somebody that loves you unconditionally, that trusts you, and that knows that you're not going to do anything purposefully to hurt them or
Yeah.
vice versa. Because you have to be willing to give exactly what you expect to receive when you're talking about that kind of friendship. Because in a lot of ways, it's like two halves of a whole. It's like when you come together, you feel like you've been completed. You know, it's different than a romantic
Yeah.
type of relationship or a parent child relationship, although those can get very, very close. Um, but it's something that it takes time to build, I think, as we get older, because there's so much more baggage that we have in our caboose as we roll through the years. Um, it's a little harder, I think, the fear that people are going to look at you funny if you express something.
Mm-hmm.
So when you meet someone that you start feeling like you can just open up, that's a rare gem in a bucket full of fake ones, you know. So
Yeah.
but that's where I'm at with it. And everything else that Ballard said, I was sitting there going, okay, she's checking off my list here as I'm going down the list, listening to her. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. And how about you, Allison?
Um, Sorry, my son's getting some water for the dog. I don't know if you guys
That's
can
all
hear that
right.
or not.
yeah, we're good.
And I'm sorry, I thought I was muted a second ago, you guys, and I said something to my son. I was like, "Oh, and I'm not muted," so I'm sorry. Val was talking. I don't even know if you guys
No.
heard that. Anyways,
I
No.
did
No, we
no.
didn't hear anything. No,
because I was like, "Oh."
no, no.
So
I'll be back.
Okay.
okay, this is a very interesting subject for me, and I could talk about it for just a minute, or I could probably talk about it a lot because I probably need to talk about it. Um, but maybe not. I don't know. I feel like I should because it's something that I have. I keep people at an arm's length. Everybody. Doesn't mean I don't care. In fact, I have the irony is I have a lot of compassion and empathy. And in part, I think subconsciously that's why I do it. I was hurt very deeply by some early friendships when I was really little, like in elementary school, and then again in early junior high. And ever since then, I've only had like one or two friends at a time because I just don't trust it. But I also don't feel like I need it, which sounds so terrible, but I think I'm kind of an introvert anyhow. And so like I don't feel lonely, I don't feel this, I don't feel that. And like for years I had jobs where um I was on the phone with people all day long and I would get these wonderful rapports with people. And it sounds kind of
Yeah.
weird, but it's like that kind of filled my social thing as well because I'd get to know some of these people rather well.
Yeah.
I mean, how well can you really know somebody? But because I'm very social and friendly and it is genuine. But to come back to answer you, you know, I do have a very close friendship with my sister. So if I really got real with myself, I'd probably be like, yeah, you do, and it's her. And maybe I've subconsciously done that. So again, I feel like the odd one out, but that's fine. Um, I understand friendships. I get why people have them. Also, when I was married for like 10 years, he absolutely was my best friend, and we were friends. And we still are. It's just
Yeah.
it looks completely different because he's married to somebody, and you can't really be friends in that situation. but
Yeah.
but yeah. So but to also just kind of just to wrap it up, what do I think a friend is? What did I want when I got hurt so deeply? Really, is somebody that you can know that they're going to be there, that you can count on them. Um, you know, of course, unless they have something really serious going on in the moment. I don't mean at the drop of a hat, but when possible, at the drop of the hat, if you need somebody that'll come and get you if your car breaks down, somebody that will, you know, be there to listen if, you know, even if they don't have anything to say, just to be an ear. Someone's going to be honest with you. Somebody's going to say, hey, that guy you're dating is a real jerk, and this is why. Somebody that's going to, you know what I mean? Because sometimes there's things in
Yeah.
our lives that we don't see what's right in front of us. Um, those kinds of things. And also somebody, if you tell somebody and you tell them it's in the vault, it's a secret,
Yeah.
it stays in the vault. For me, automatic deal breaker. If I tell anybody anything, and occasionally there's somebody I trust like that, and it comes back around at all, you're done. It doesn't even matter. And my word is always my word. And yeah. So but anyhow, yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, absolutely agree. I think yes, everything that all of you have said is basically what I would echo. And that I spend a good deal of time getting to know people. Um, and when I call you a friend, you're a friend. You're that it does come with some responsibilities. And yeah, like you say, Allison, if you betray my trust, if you lie to me, there is no coming back from that, because there's no reason um, under any circumstance to break that confidence, not that I can think of. So that is a hard boundary.
Mm-hmm.
um,
And it
yeah.
sounds harsh. I don't care.
Well, that's just it. You know what? It's my feelings, it's my perspective, it's my thing. So I'm allowed to put up those boundaries. So yeah, and it's difficult to try to regain that trust once it's lost. I've tried it in the past. It doesn't work. There's always that little hesitation. So, I will usually let people know fairly quickly up front that this is a boundary that, heads up, if you cross it, we're done.
Yep.
That's it. I think I have been fortunate enough that as I've gotten older, my the friendships that I have developed, the ones that have stayed with me until now, are the ones that, if I look back and look at them, um, when we first met and were first kind of getting to know each other and whatnot, it felt like home. It felt like this relationship is something um, that I have known in another lifetime. All we did was, when we got together, as a friend of mine said today, is when we met, I remembered how much I loved you in a past life. And that's, that's where we go from here. So, um, yeah, it's that instant connection bond. And you just know, I think, who you can move forward with. And then, yeah, there are those that will, they talk a good game and they say all the right things. And then, first opportunity, they end up betraying you, stabbing you in the back or whatever. Well, you know what? That's their karma. That's their stuff to deal with that they'll have to clean up. But yeah, a true friend is someone that, yeah, I can call in the middle of the night.
Right.
That knows when I'm looking for advice or when I'm venting.
Right,
When
exactly.
I just want to go off the deep end and I am just all over the place, and they just sit back and go,
Listen, right.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I agree with you. When you meet somebody who is like a soul connection from your soul group, you automatically know them. It's not, you don't have to build some relationship. You're there already. It's like you are familiar, you have it. You trust them, and there is just this thing.
Yep.
It's like you are intimately friends immediately. Is that kind of thing.
And it just feels natural. It doesn't feel like we have to.
No, you don't have to do anything.
And there's no, for me, there's no like big expectations, right? It's not like, we're friends. That means that we have to do everything together every day. You know, we do that. No, it's more flows.
It's
Um,
flow.
yeah, where you come together, you have a great time. You go apart, you have a great time. You come together and you tell each other about the great time. And
Exactly.
it's just a natural flow. But I also find, as I get older, I appreciate my friendships a lot more.
Oh, definitely.
Can I add
Absolutely.
one thing?
Of course.
So, and this is kind of an inquiry about, in a way, I feel like this whole subject is, and I know I briefly mentioned it when I started talking, but I really do think this is part of something I'm supposed to deal with in this lifetime, because I had a couple of, like I mentioned, really close friendships, big betrayal, young age. I've reflected on it. I didn't do anything. I mean, I really was very real with myself. Then it happened again a few years later. And it's like, I can't help but think this was just something I was supposed to somehow deal with in some way. I don't think as a spirit with those people, but just like I don't know, like some sort of karmic, like
Well,
knowing or.
that's a perfect example that if you get an Akashic record reading from anyone, they can go in and help you see what past lives all of that is from and why that root thing keeps showing up again and again. And it takes about 2 seconds to reflect on it. And then they will go in and they will clear that in every cell of your body, in your cellular structure, in this timeline and in all timelines, in your ancestral lineage all the way back, and to your highest good now, highest timeline, and highest good of humanity. Boom.
Right.
And you will feel that energy come in and it will clear
Yes.
it for you. And this is what an Akashic record reading can do.
Hmm.
Whoever gives it to you.
I like what Amanda Carroll says in the chat.
Yeah.
Friends share ease and grace with one another.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. And just the second part of what I was going to say, and then I'm done. The other thing I was going to comment is that what I've noticed with me, and I don't do this easily, but on the rare occasion, and it is rare that I do let somebody in, I do. And this just goes to show what I'm talking about, how I do on some level want it because I trust you. I trust you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't make you earn my trust.
Yeah.
I willingly trust you. And when you violate it, I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't forgive it. I won't forgive it. I shouldn't say won't forgive it. I'm not, you're not getting back there. You're not coming back in. You're not there. And I don't hate anybody. I really don't. But yeah, that's just a thing that I do. So anyways, I'm now done, but it's just, it's a very interesting subject with me. And I'm cool by myself. I am the hermit. Like my son hates it. It's like, I'm good. I enjoy my own company and my plants and hanging out with my dogs and whatever. And when I'm in a partnership, my partner is my partner and they're also my friend. That's just, I don't know. I never decided it. It just is.
I've never understood how someone could be in a partnership, a marriage or engagement or just living together and not be friends.
I agree.
And I've known people like that had that kind of relationship with a spouse. And it's like, I don't get it. How
it's usually sex or money.
If
they don't have the other. It's which is very on the surface and not deeper spiritual.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? It could very well, and it sounds and feels like to me, Allison, that it probably is a past life thing, where you have been betrayed in a really bad, profound way, and for some reason, and I mean,
this
you
life
didn't
alone,
ask for,
but most likely
you didn't ask for a reading, but I'm just going to tell you what I got was that this was in medieval times, and you were leading an army forward, and what happened was oh my gosh, okay, I'm getting shivers. as you went forward, you looked behind, there wasn't anybody behind you, and you walked
Oh.
into a trap.
Oh my God, I just
Yeah.
got tingles over my whole body. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm covered.
Yeah, me too. As I
Cold
started to
chills
say
up
it,
and down my back. Yeah.
yeah. So you were absolutely betrayed by people
can be
that you
animate,
trusted
too.
the most. Yeah,
Mhm.
and so
Mhm.
you kind of carried this,
Wow.
into this lifetime, and I could absolutely understand the sort of intensity with which you say, yeah,
Draw
you
the
know what,
line.
you betray me, we're done.
You're out.
Yeah,
You're out.
absolutely
There had to
understood.
be a lifetime where you were the betrayer before that, even for
True.
you to be the betrayed. So it's a
And actually,
circle.
one of the
Mhm.
one of the lives that Scott told me about, I would say, is exactly that, the role
Mhm.
that I played.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
We
interesting.
keep doing, we perpetuate the circle
Yeah.
till we get it on all ends.
Yeah,
Right.
Unfortunately.
absolutely.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
Thank you, Marina. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
you're
wild.
welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. All righty. So yeah, we I think everybody has their own perception of what they consider, good traits in a friend. And I think sometimes it depends too on what age group you fall in. Not that, none of them, that they're not valid, but when you're in, let's say, your late teens, early 20s, your group of friends are people that you can go party with, people that you can socialize with. You do things together. You kind of have that group date, right? Where everybody kind of goes. And then as you get older, you see some of those people fall away, and
Get
who you
married.
invite into your circle changes. Yeah, exactly. You get married, and then this one moves here, that one moves there, and other people take
Have
their
children.
place.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. uh I just have to read this from Sonia, who says, 5 daughters, and if one says something, I told them I don't go back and forth if they need to be heard. Yeah, yeah, exactly. And yeah, I don't like drama, and yeah, that I usually shy away from that. Like, that's two of you need to talk about that, right? I'm not a messenger. So a lot can be lost in the translation. Totally get it. So we have got we're at 28 minutes. We have got some really, really interesting questions today. So if we're all ready, we can start off. And yeah,
Hi, Starhawk.
hey, Starhawk. And hello to everyone that has come in.
And hi,
That
Hypno City. That's 2 new people just popped in.
perfect, nice, excellent. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Okay, let me go to, and um, we'll do this question first, because I think it's really, really an important one. Okay, so Lady Silver wants to know, there are so many readers out there. Advice on how to pick the right one, and what red flags should we look for? Have recently been ghosted by one after I showed her much support. And I think the reason that I chose this one first is because there is a relationship, kind of in there. So if we can identify it, that would be great.
We're gonna read on this.
Hi, Tom.
Well, we don't have to read on it. We can just no, we can just kind of
Discuss it.
discuss it. Yeah,
Okay.
share advice that
Well,
we might have.
before you read on it, I think you have to understand what Lady Silver means by ghosted. We need to
Well,
understand
yeah.
what she considers being ghosted by the reader, so that we can understand the context of what
Mhm.
that is. or we want to understand. What does ghost
Okay.
to her?
So
Right,
Lady
that's a good
Silver,
point. I think I know what
In
you're,
the chat, and
yeah.
her question was missed, or I mean, what does that look like to her?
yeah. So Lady Silver, if you're here, if you can just please let us know what you mean by ghosted, and then we can answer that part of it. But I think in terms of giving advice on how you pick the right reader and red flags, it's kind of like, how do you know when you're in love? You kind of just know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it
Exactly.
takes, getting to know a lot of
Yeah.
different people, and then you find one. Me, anyone that tells me I guarantee results, no way, not touching it, because you can't.
Or anything
You
like
can
that.
guarantee results. Yeah. Unless,
Yeah.
no, not even unless, but it's anyone who would say that. My question would be, in that case, why have you not won the lottery, and why are you not sitting on a beach down south somewhere, being served margaritas? Why are you charging for a reading? So, yeah.
Anyone that says you should do this or you need to do that, steer away from them. They shouldn't be directing you. They should just tell you what the reading
What
says.
the cards.
You shouldn't be getting directed to XYZ. They shouldn't be saying anything like that. That is up to you. You are the master of your situation.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. Yeah, and yeah, Tom says yeah, or claim 98% accurate. Yeah,
you can't claim it, and energy shifts and changes every 2 seconds. So you can only do the best you can,
yeah,
and hopefully the guides and angels will be talking to theirs. It'll come through the cards and give them the exact thing they need at that one moment. So yeah, that's all you can do.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Lady Silver, if you're here, we can answer the rest of it. But if you're not, then we're just going to carry on. I don't see.
I don't think she's here. I haven't seen her.
Not here.
Yeah. Okay.
I went and looked back on my community page because I know we had a conversation about it because she kind of started explaining why
Okay.
she's asking the question, but she didn't go into kind of the specifics of what we're looking for right
Okay.
now. I was trying to see if I could just fill in the blanks, but yeah.
Okay. All right. That's no problem. You know what? We can go on to the next one, and that's okay. And if she comes in and gives us more information, we could always come back to it. But for now, yeah, we can do that. And just wanted to remind you that we don't take questions from the chat. What we do is, on Saturdays we will post a notice on our individual community boards, and it will clearly say any questions for Sisters of the Mystical Tarot, put in the comments below, and that's where we take the questions from, if you're wondering where we're getting them. So that's how you do that. Okay. And going to the next one. And Starhawk. I think Starhawk is here, right? I'm sure. Did I see Starhawk?
Yeah, earlier.
Yeah. So just let us know if you're here. And yeah, my dreams lately have been a theme, and I had to kind of edit this because there's only 200 characters. Trudging through deep snow or mud, searching for and finding a specific person interacting peacefully with a wild animal. 4 dreams with this theme. And yes, Starhawk is here. Okay. Very interesting. So yeah, Val, if you've got something you want to pull some
Yeah,
cards.
sure.
Excellent.
This is you interacting with your spirit guides and also communicating with um, actually that person is probably another spirit guide that you are seeking, because I see these beautiful butterflies and that reminds me of nature and being outside. And I feel like that the animals you have interacted with are definitely your spirit guides. And at the same time with this, I got trust the plan. So I think this is highlighting to you of that spiritual search, and you're being guided to this. And here is your third card. It's oh yeah, we aren't supposed to pull more than one, right? I'm sorry,
So,
on another planet, but it's I won't do it again. Here is I broke all of our rules. Order and ceremony. It is like an
Uh-oh.
initiation, these four dreams initiating you into the spiritual realm where you are seeking your guides, your spirit animals, and your teachers. That's why it's beautiful interaction.
Yep,
Congratulations, Starhawk.
absolutely. What you got, Sherry?
okay, dreams aren't my forte because I can never remember my dreams, which is very frustrating. And I've done all the things everybody suggests I try. Nothing
Yep.
works. First, I pulled from the shaman's dream oracle, which seemed kind of appropriate, was whale song talking about resonating. So a
Mm.
part of that is looking into that dream and figuring out what is it in there that is really resonating with you. Is it the trudging through the snow and the mud? Is it finding that specific person? Is it interacting with a wild animal? I mean, there's several big elements within this dream. So, what element out of those items, what is it that's really resonating with you that really kind of hit home on that? And I think that is where you probably would focus in on as far as trying to determine what that dream meant to you. And then the other card I drew from the Mystic Sisters was Mind Garden, which again, I mean, it's kind of a scary looking card when you first glance at it, but it's talking about just everything that our mind can trudge up. That what happened that day before you went to bed, what happened that week before, obviously there's something somewhere that has brought this dream to the front. I think that if you resonate, you figure out what you're resonating with, and then what it is that maybe led you to dream this, I think then you would have your answer. And I'm sure somebody that does dreams could give a much better answer, but
Yeah.
I'm not very proficient in that area yet. I'm still
Yeah.
learning.
Perfect. How about you, Allison?
So I got something before I even pulled my card, and actually I had two cards come out. But Starhawk, first of all, I want to comment that I love your name because hawk is one of my closest animals, and I love stars. So, and somebody with a name like that, probably pretty familiar with the animals. I'm not real surprised that you're dreaming about them. What I think this is that you're challenged by some of your relationships, and that's what this trudging through this deep snow and mud is for. And you're looking to find somebody because you're having a hard time in a relationship or connecting with somebody. That's what I would make of that. But again, that's just what I'm feeling. And I would really like to know, what are the animals? You're talking about the wild animals. It's what animals are they? And what does that mean? That's what I would do, because they all have very, very different energies. Having said that, I got the porcupine and the giraffe. They came out together. The porcupine is all about innocence. This is about freeing yourself from whatever this is that's causing you to trudge through this deep snow and mud, is what I'm making of that. And the foresight is what you're going to get from these animals, this animal medicine, which is exactly what this is coming through your dreams. But again, I would look at what those animals are, and so you can do a little on your own. And with a name like that, maybe you've already done that and you're just looking for some backup from us. But that's what I have. Good luck.
I pulled from the Return to
And I'll be 2
Spirit.
seconds.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
She says, oh, bear, dog, and horse. Okay. All right. What I got was fairy magic. And putting that together with what you have described as the dream, I'll tell you what I got and see if that resonates with you with this card. Trudging through snow is it's difficulties, and it's particularly financial difficulties if the dream happens in the summertime. So if you're having a dream in the summer about snow, it's about financial difficulties. Dreaming about mud is that you know the phrase mud, glorious mud. Okay, mud is abundance. It's funds coming in. So the fact that you're dreaming about snow, which is almost lack of finance, and mud, which is finance coming in, it you're worried about a financial situation that you shouldn't be worried about, because there is fairy magic that is coming in. Your guides have heard you. They know what you want. They are trying to make this happen for you. And the way that they're showing that to you is you are looking for a specific person who is interacting peacefully with a wild animal. Wild animals, kind of like, music soothes the savage soul or the beast or whatnot. The the whole concept that I'm getting is that what you are worried about right now, let it go. Just let it go, because you are focusing on finding that one particular answer when it's actually a combination of different answers. So, yeah, I would. What I would do is I would look up bear, dog, and horse. I know dog is protection.
Oh, those are the animals? Sorry.
Yes, yeah, bear, dog, and horse. Yeah,
Okay,
but
very
dog is
interesting.
family and protection. So maybe you can shed a little more light on that, Allison, because I think you know a little more about the animals and
I
see how
do.
that.
Do you want me to say something?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Okay. So, Starhawk, look it up for yourself, because opinions on what different animals mean are as varied as there are as many animals, right? So the good thing you can do is, if you want, like if you're a book person, just find a book that you resonate with and use that book and see if it feels true or whatever. You can do more like what I do and just kind of sit with it and find out what it is. But I've also looked at numerous books over the years. So in all fairness, it's probably just become a combination of those things. But I latched onto what made sense. For me, bear is all about motherhood. Just very maternal, caring, looking after, that kind of thing. Dog is wise, loyal, very much a group animal, also family related, a family animal. Horses are all about freedom and expression.
We're running out of time, ladies.
And that's it. That's all I would say.
We've got like 15 minutes to read four people.
Thank you, Val. Thank you.
Oh my God, you guys.
Okay, Starhawk, hopefully that will resonate with you. And
Our timekeeper.
thank you very much, Val, because you know what? I was off someplace else.
I mean, we can all get off somewhere. I know I was. I picked 3 cards for that person. So
That's right, you did.
I infringed on the rules.
Okay, here's this one shouldn't take us long. Watcher, I think we can pull cards on that.
Okay.
And again, I had to kind of edit that one, but she's wondering if it's the right time to sell her house. she's not, and to move to another country, not being motivated to get her house ready for sale? Or should she just buy an RV camper and tour the US while working? So, should she, I think if we take the first part of that, and is it the right time to sell a house and move to another country?
Well, I'm getting right away, yes, definitely. New beginnings. Go for it.
Perfect.
So, on the
Sherry, what'd you get?
I got lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. So I say that reads to be yes. Go for the RV. Go gallivanting around the country and see what's there, and give it a year, and somebody may come along and offer you twice as much for your house than what you can get right now. So, you know,
Yeah, Allison, go ahead. Oh, you're muted.
Thank you. I would say the RV and the camper, because I got the moon for the first part of the question. There's something you don't want to look at or deal with, or you're afraid of something, or you're not ready, or whatever it is. So I would do the second part of the question.
Yep. And I got union, and that made me think of two. Two is in pair, as in whatever anyway brought me to RV/camper. So yeah, I would agree with my sisters. Get an RV, go travel, and when you'll know when the time is right to get your house ready. And
have fun while you're doing it.
absolutely, absolutely. All righty. And Jessry would like a message from her spirit guide for the rest of the month of July in regards to my finances or anything else that I should know. Okay. Can certainly do that. What you got, Val?
well, I have a really nice card coming up for finances.
Oh, excellent.
That's what I've got.
And I pulled many masks. Be your authentic self. So, in regards to finances, I would say go with your gut. What do you feel is the right way to deal with it?
Yeah. Allison?
I got the Queen of Rods. This is the Queen of Wands, and she goes after what she wants, what she needs. She's very balanced. She's very focused. She's good with business. She takes action. So if there's anything maybe that you're holding back from and not doing, which is one of the things I'm getting from this, maybe there's something like a couple calls that you could make or something related to maybe money owed. I know you're asking about finances, but I'm really getting that Queen of Rods. I would embrace her energy. Queen of Wands, look it up and read about it if you're not sure what else that means.
Yeah. And I pulled knowledge. So this is either information that you have that you're kind of not willing to look at, or information that you need to get in order to make a decision about your finances. So yeah, get yourself a little educated about that, and you'll be able to make a better decision. So, all righty. Let me see.
Oh, Sonia said something really nice.
Oh,
Look at
did I miss it?
No, she just made a comment at 5:49. I think your time, your mountain, right?
Yep.
Yeah, look at 5:49.
Okay. I will. Let me do that. Okay, 549.
Sonia Pinola.
Sonia, just I'm glad to see you have been spot on with the reads I've got in front of you. Oh, a contest winning today. Wow. Excellent. Excellent. Perfect. Love it when that happens. Good for you.
Right?
Good for you. Excellent. Okay. Mother's Tarot. And after Mother's Tarot, we have one more question and then we're done. Okay. Am I understanding my higher soul self correctly? Am I part of the team helping prepare people, Earthlings, for the arrival of the star people? Yes, if you feel that you are, then that's exactly what you're doing. That's why you're tired most of the time.
I heard it loud and clear in my ear. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Like they were shouting.
Yeah.
So I just heard the Akashic Record Master say yes, and you have an initiation by water, which is similar to what all of us are going through. Shaking the
Mother's
glass
Tarot.
is
Mother's
there to
Tarot.
be filtered out. So it is clarifying and purifying for this initiation coming through that is happening now. So congratulations.
Absolutely.
All right, Miss Loretta, I pulled Cosmic Womb. And it says the divine feminine. To me, this says very clearly that that's part of what you're here to do, is you're helping to birth people into the next level. I mean, and it's very much like a birthing process for a lot of us as we work with trying to bring people along. So yeah, I think very much so. And like I said, when the minute I read the question, I heard yes in my ear. So they were quite adamant about that.
And Allison?
I got from Scott Allen's Spiritual Essence deck, Pleiadian energy of love and healing. So that would be a yes.
Oh, I like that card.
Perfect. And I pulled from the Starseed Oracle, and buckle up. What I got was the void. Now I'm going to bring this in as close as I can so maybe you can see what it says on there. You see the last little bit? It says
Cosmic Womb.
Yeah, exactly like what Sherry got.
Wow. Okay, I got chills now.
Yeah. Yeah, this says stop, embrace winter. Okay, great cosmic womb. So, yes, my dear. Oh, you couldn't read
Winter
it.
is the waiting period.
Shivers up
Yeah.
and down my spine when you pull that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Very cool.
exactly what you're doing.
That's
Yeah.
a yes.
Yeah, absolutely. All righty. And we have our last question. Jules Niner is, I have an upcoming trip. Will it go smoothly? I'm very nervous about it.
So I already read on this, Jules, but I'll just tell you, I'll send you the full thing in the email form. But at the end of the day, it's going to be okay. I'll send you the email.
Yeah. Sherry?
I pull Supermoon. Emotions are running high. So I think that's just your nervousness about this trip. You need to just kind of chill a little bit. Put some protection around your vehicle or however it is that you're traveling. Put protection around your wallet, your luggage, your phone, whatever it is you're bringing with you, so that everything continues to go smoothly for your trip. But make sure you encompass everything that you're bringing with you in a protection prayer.
Allison?
Ten of Cups. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Will it be perfect? I don't know. I'm just pulling one card, but it all in all, yes. This is a happy, good card. I don't know if you're going with family. This indicates that you are. I don't know if you are though. This doesn't need to mean that, but yes, I would say that it's going to go overall. It's going to be fine. I don't know the details, but
Yep. And I got take flight. So I think this is going to be your opportunity to free yourself from something that you have been holding on to for a long time. So I think that this trip is an opportunity for you to be able to express what you need to say. Know that it's going to be accepted, and you're going to be able to move on from there. So yeah, it may be a little uncomfortable at times, but you're going to feel 1,000 times better.
And look what fell out as I was putting this deck up. It says Magician's Sword. Confidence in your magic. I'm just saying.
Yep. You got this. You can do this.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Huh. Ladies, we are at 56 minutes. This is fantastic.
Okay.
Absolutely wonderful. Thank you guys for the comments, and I hope that you enjoyed the messages, and you can walk away and think a little bit about your friends. Maybe reach out to someone you haven't reached out to for a while. Just make sure they're okay. And yeah, love the ones that mean the most to you, and tell them. They know that they're loved, but sometimes it's just nice to hear that I value your friendship.
Yeah.
So there we go. All righty.
Okay.
Ladies, thank you very much. You were amazing and wonderful as always. And everyone, take care, and we will see you next Wednesday. And we're going to be on Allison's channel at that time. And Val and I will see you tomorrow on my channel for messages for lightworkers.
Yeah.
And I'll see y'all several times on Friday.
Absolutely.
Several things lined up on Friday.